Getting clients is actually simple, and in this video I'll show you exactly why. I'll show every channel I use for my agency, how I approach each lead, what I lead with for each one, and how I move them down the funnel to become a paying client. So you can run the same approach regardless of what service your agency is selling. If you don't know who I am, my name is Clay Lawrence. Last month my business Review harvested over $66,000. You can see it here in Stripe with the hover animation. We have hundreds of 5-star reviews and loads of case studies on our site. And people in my community are using the exact strategies to hit $15,000 in MRR, $40,000 in MRR. Flynn's getting new clients, Sean's getting new clients, and so much more. I don't say that as a guarantee. It's definitely not a guarantee. It's not easy, but it is simple. The reason most beginners trying to start an agency struggle to get clients is not their offer, it's not their niche, it's because nobody knows they exist. So I'll show you exactly how to solve that problem. The biggest problem I see with beginners trying to start their agency is they fall into this trap of trying to get a scalable outreach system. They want to have the automated texts and the automated emails and the automated follow-ups and the welcome sequence. It's not scalable for them to cold call 100 people a day or whatever it is. And that's the problem. You're trying to play the game on level 10 without even passing level 1 first. Sure, down the line, all that stuff will be useful, but the first thing you have to do is just pass level 1 and get in front of people. So if you're watching this and you haven't gotten your first 5, 10, 20 clients, don't worry about whether or not it's scalable, because down the line, after you get 20, 50 clients, you'll have more resources, more tools, more skills to make the things that you're doing now that do work, to make the things that are unscalable actually scalable. And even though it's not sexy, I encourage you in the beginning to be scrappy. The people in my community that start their business, get clients, and actually grow are scrappy in the beginning. That's how I was as well. I was super scrappy. So don't worry about some complex system, and in the beginning, just get your hands dirty. So the easiest way to get clients in the beginning is to go find people that already know, like, and trust you. And these people live in your phone contacts. They live on your Instagram follower list, your Facebook follower list. And literally all you say is, hey, I'm starting this thing where I help business owners achieve XYZ benefit. I help them get more views, help them rank higher on Google, whatever you're selling. And then instead of asking them if they're interested, just say, hey, do you know any business owners who'd be interested? It makes it a little bit less awkward. And if they are a business owner and they're interested, then they'll say, yeah, I'm interested. And if not, they might give you a referral. And it's exactly where most of the people in my community start. The reason is, in the beginning, you don't have proof, case studies, testimonials, so you don't really have any logical reasons why somebody would work with you. And so you have to go find people that already know, like, and trust you so you can leverage that trust to get your first couple clients and slowly build up that social proof from there. Once you've sent that message to hundreds of people in your network, from there, what I did is I went to cold local outreach. Quick interruption here. This is Flynn. He's in my community. He added 5 new clients and 2 more on the way just last week. If you want to get access to this paid community totally for free, feel free to sign up my link down below to High Level in the description. You'll get an extended 30-day trial instead of the normal 14-day trial, and you'll get access to a link where you can copy and paste all the templates and automations that I use to run my business directly into your account. Let's get back to the video. This is messaging people in your area where you can say, let me buy you a coffee, let me buy you lunch, let me sit down with you face to face. Because even at this point, you probably still won't have a lot of social proof, and if someone can just lay their eyes on you and you just bought them coffee or you bought them lunch, that reciprocity will build a lot more trust than calling somebody across the globe and hopping on a Zoom call with them. Because keep in mind, the first 5 to 10 clients you close will be the hardest by far. And so you want to do everything you can to make these as easy as possible and stack the deck in your favor. When you're reaching out to people locally, say the same thing you did to your warm outreach. I'm trying to start this business where I help business owners achieve XYZ benefit. And then add in, hey, I'd love to buy you coffee. I'd love to buy you lunch. And try to use whatever angle you have going for you to get your attention. That could be the fact that you're a high school student. It could be the fact that you're a college student. It could be the fact that you're a new dad of 2 kids and you're trying to work from home. Use whatever makes you unique to try and get attention. In college, I did this religiously. I went to college in Gainesville, Florida, and literally in college, I would say, hey, I'm a student at the University of Florida trying to start this business doing XYZ. Can I buy you coffee? And the amount of business owners that are more than willing to talk to a young person that's trying to grow and trying to grind, just probably like they were 10, 15 years ago, is insane. So don't downplay your current position of a small business owner. Use that as your advantage. Once you start meeting with people locally, it's a great time to also get involved with local networking groups. The business owners you meet with probably has some business groups they go to every week. There could be a BNI, a Chamber of Commerce, stuff like that. And you can go to these meetings once or twice a week and get in front of 20, 30, 40 business owners in your area to try and start building those personal relationships. At these events, don't worry about selling them right there. I mean, if you can get a call or a meeting or a lunch scheduled with them, that's great. I want you to think about it as I'm going here to make a bunch of friends with a bunch of business owners, because you've heard the saying probably, your network is your net worth. So if you're super connected and super friendly with hundreds of business owners in your area, I promise business will come to you. My biggest in-person networking hack is don't just give away your business card. Get their phone number. Whether you say, hey, I'm sorry, my business cards are getting printed, I don't have them yet. What's your number? Just ask them what's your number. After you talk to them for 5 to 10 minutes, 99 out of 100 times, they're not going to not give you their phone number, right? And if you get that phone number, now you have something to text, you have something to follow up with, to schedule the coffee, to schedule the lunch. The next strategy I used after getting 30, 35 clients locally was I started running local Facebook ads. The reason why I recommend starting local is because it's way easier to run ads locally than it is to run national level ads, right? So I'll show you the exact campaign I ran. If we see, this is a Google review offer. I got 142 leads at $14 per lead. I was obviously spending more than $5. I think I just kind of turned the spend down once it stopped working as well, kind of exhausted the local audience. But if we go here and we look at this ad, it was so simple. This was the ad right here.
38 business owners. We took 38 blades from 23 reviews to 560 reviews, 38 golf carts from 12 reviews to 246 reviews, and we want to do the same thing for your business for free. I mean it, completely free. This is our way to give back and prove to you that we can get results. If you're tired of marketing agencies over-promising and under-delivering, fill out the form below. Let's connect. We'll start getting you results within the week, and then maybe you can decide to work with us.
So that simple video shot on my iPhone, edited on CapCut, got me over 40 new clients in just a couple months. And the reason was I was mentioning the specific area where these business owners are. I was targeting their area. And so business owners in the area, when they hear 30A, when they saw those transformations that I talked about going from X to Y reviews, they recognized those businesses. And so when I tried to run a similar ad nationally, it did not work nearly as well because I wasn't getting their attention, right? And so if you just start locally, it's like playing the ads game on easy mode because it's easier to get their attention by using a local call out. They're more likely to respond to your texts and emails because they're local and they know you're local. They're more likely to show up to the call. They're more likely to close because you have that local trust. And so after you've done the cold outreach locally and you've gone to the networking events and all that sort of stuff, you should have a couple case studies locally of businesses that other people in the area might recognize. And so then you can use those case studies in your ads to run ads locally. When I ran this ad, it was genuinely insane. I was getting super high quality leads for $5 to $10. I was booking calls for $20 to $30, and I was closing clients for like $50 or $60. And I thought that we were going to scale to the moon and I was the next Elon Musk. But that was just because I was running these ads locally and it was so easy. So after you run ads locally and you learn the ads game, you learn how to have follow-up texts and emails, and you can automate all that stuff in high level, then you kind of earn the right to run national ads. You should have some more money coming in from the clients you got, so you have a little bit more money to spend, and it's a little bit harder to run those ads nationally. You just have to have every single step of the process more dialed in and be more attentive to the details. After you started to see some success with ads, I recommend going pretty heavy on content. This is something I wish I would have done earlier. It was probably the single best business move I made in 2025, and all I did was implement a simple podcasting system into our business. So the way it works is that when one of our clients has success, we invite them onto a 15 to 20 minute podcast. We automate that process by having like a trigger and high level and then sending them texts and emails to schedule on my podcast calendar. From there, we hop on something called Riverside, which is just like Zoom, but it's specific to podcast. And on this podcast, my goal is to, number one, get content for their business. I want them to go repost these clips with the Review Harvest logo onto their social media. So I'll ask them about their business. How do you keep your customers happy? How did you start your business? Get them to tell their story. Learn more about them. Throughout this whole podcast, I'm also deepening my relationship with the client, so this lowers churn. Also, most of the business owners that we work with have never been on a podcast before. So they're super excited to get the opportunity to hop on a podcast, and it feels really special to them, right? And after we talked about their business a bunch and learned about their story, from there I asked them what their experience has been like with Review Harvest so far, right? And so from there, we get an awesome video testimonial that now we can go use and put back into our ads, and we have more creative to start running more ads more profitably. And then after the call, what I tell them is, hey, I'm going to close out the podcast. We're going to outro it. But what happens is when I click in recording, your video needs to upload to the cloud so we have access to it and we can edit it. So when I end the recording, stay on for a couple minutes because it needs to finalize uploading. And now I have the perfect opportunity to upsell them on our websites or local SEO because they just raved about our service. We just learned about them. We have a good relationship. They're kind of on a little bit of a high from the podcast. Or it's also a great opportunity to ask for a referral. They just raved about how awesome your business was. So you say, hey, Who else do you know needs some more reviews? Or who else do you know would need this service? And so that face-to-face strategy is the best way I found to upsell clients and to get referrals from that content. Not to mention that we get a long-form YouTube video that we post on our Review Harvest channel. We get lots of short-form content to post as well. And like I said, overall, setting up that podcasting system was probably the best business move I made in 2025. Thanks for watching this video. Leave your questions down below in the comments. It really helps the algorithm. And also, over 60% of people that watch this channel are unsubscribed. So if that's you, go ahead and smash that subscribe button down below. And if you want to see how I make over $50,000 a month just helping local business owners get Google reviews, check out this next video here.